What if almost everything society taught you about wealth was backwards? Not completely wrong, just backwards. Imagine walking into a restaurant. Two people are sitting across the room. One arrives in a brand new luxury SUV, designer clothes, luxury watch, latest phone, confident, successful. The other arrives in a 10-year-old car, simple clothes, no designer logos, no attention. If someone asked, which one is wealthy, most people would point to the first person, almost instantly, because our brains have been trained to associate appearance with success. But appearances have always been unreliable. Some of the wealthiest people in the world intentionally look ordinary, not because they cannot afford luxury, because they no longer need luxury to prove anything. That psychological difference changes everything. Think back to childhood. How did most people learn what success looked like? Big house, expensive car, nice clothes, luxury vacations, beautiful furniture. Everything visible, everything external. Nobody ever said, the millionaire quietly maxing out retirement accounts, the woman investing every month for 20 years, the family living below their means, the couple with zero debt. Those stories rarely make headlines because they are not dramatic. They are disciplined, and discipline is quiet. That is one of the strangest truths about wealth. Real wealth often makes very little noise. Debt usually makes all the noise. Think about the modern internet. Luxury is everywhere. Private jets, designer brands, perfect kitchens, luxury apartments, exotic vacations. Millions of people see these images every day. The brain begins treating them as normal. That creates a dangerous psychological effect. People quietly raise their definition of enough. The car that once felt amazing suddenly feels average. The apartment that once felt beautiful suddenly feels small. The salary that once felt impossible suddenly feels disappointing. Nothing changed, except perception. Comparison quietly stole gratitude. And comparison is one of the most expensive habits a person can develop. Because comparison has no finish line. There will always be someone richer, someone younger, someone luckier, someone with more followers, someone with a bigger home, someone taking a better vacation. If your happiness depends on staying ahead, you will spend your entire life running. That race has no winner, only exhausted participants. The irony is almost painful. Many people spend decades trying to look wealthy instead of becoming wealthy, because looking wealthy delivers immediate validation. Building wealth requires delayed validation. One feels exciting today. The other changes your life 20 years from now. Modern culture rewards the first. History rewards the second. That is why truly wealthy people often confuse everyone around them. They drive reliable vehicles. They avoid unnecessary debt. They negotiate purchases. They ignore trends. They wear simple clothes. Not because they lack ambition, because they understand something most people never learn. Money is a tool, not an identity. Once money becomes identity, people stop making financial decisions. They start making emotional decisions. Every purchase becomes self-expression. Every upgrade becomes self-worth. Every luxury item becomes proof. Proof for strangers. Proof for co-workers. Proof for social media. Proof for people who were never paying attention in the first place. That is exhausting, because performing success never ends. There is always another audience, another trend, another upgrade, another expectation. Eventually, people become employees of their own image, working harder, simply to maintain appearances. That realization is uncomfortable, because many people are not trapped by debt alone. They are trapped by expectations they never consciously chose. Imagine removing comparison from your life for 1 year. No status competition, no impressing strangers, no emotional purchases, no luxury upgrades. How much money would remain? How much peace would remain? How much freedom would appear? Those questions reveal something profound. Sometimes, financial freedom is not created by earning more. It is created by needing less. That idea sounds almost radical today, because modern culture constantly whispers the opposite. More, bigger, newer, faster, upgrade, repeat. But happiness has an unusual relationship with more. After basic needs are met, more often creates diminishing emotional returns. The first comfortable home changes your life. The fifth luxury upgrade rarely does. The first reliable car creates freedom. The luxury badge mostly changes perception, not peace. And peace is becoming one of the rarest forms of wealth. Think about the calmest person you know. They are probably not constantly proving themselves. They are not chasing every trend. They are not trying to impress every room they enter. Confidence became internal, not external. Financial confidence works the same way. The strongest portfolios rarely announce themselves. Compounding happens quietly. Investments grow quietly. Discipline grows quietly. Confidence grows quietly. Until one day, people call it success. But success was never sudden. It was simply invisible. Invisible work. Invisible patience. Invisible consistency. That is why social media creates such a distorted picture of wealth. People broadcast purchases. Very few broadcast restraint. Nobody posts the vacation they decided not to take. Nobody celebrates the luxury car they chose not to finance. Nobody shares the shopping cart they closed without buying. Yet those invisible decisions are often the ones creating future millionaires. That realization completely changes how you define success. Because success stops being about appearance. It becomes about options. The ability to say no, the ability to walk away, the ability to sleep peacefully, the ability to choose your time. That is wealth. Not applause, not attention, not admiration. Freedom. And freedom is surprisingly quiet. Maybe that is why the richest person in the room is so difficult to identify. They are not trying to be noticed. They are busy building a life they never need to escape from. So the next time you meet someone who appears successful, ask yourself one silent question. Are they displaying wealth or building it? Because those are two very different lives, and understanding the difference may completely change your own. If you enjoyed this episode of the Financial Psychology series, subscribe to Smart Money Compounds. Because the greatest investment you will ever make is changing the way you think about money.